All right, so your new Lifetime movie, Taken at a Basketball Game, is very suspenseful. I watched it last night and is inspired by real events. How would you describe the movie?
I would describe it as a father who has been through a lot, and unfortunately, he was estranged from his daughter. And now that his daughter's 18, he wants to try and, be in her life again, try to rebuild the bond that he once had with her. He wants to make right all the wrongs that he's done. And so he does that by bringing her to a basketball game. He thinks that this is a great way to just bond with his daughter and spend time with her and kind of win her over. And unfortunately, what happens at that game is she ends up getting taken, like by the people that usually take her. She ends up getting taken, and the entire movie shows the love and the fight that fathers have for their children or parents have for their children. And it depicts his fight to get her back. And I think it's just such a beautiful plot line. It's such a beautiful story. And it's kind of like a bit scary in a way how this could happen in real life because it is based on a true story. And it's just really unfortunate that people have to go through this, but I hope that the movie, um, is moving. I really do. I hope that we did a good job in trying to bring this story to light.
And yeah, like you said, and it's scary how easily
Yeah.
people can get taken too, right? All right, so your character Splendid is my favorite character in the movie. Uh, right. You're such a natural, and I loved you in the movie. So I loved it. And can you tell us a little bit about more about Splendid and what it was like to play her?
So Splendid is a girl or woman now who has gone through a lot in her life. She had a very rough upbringing and she found herself to be in the sex work life, and it's a very dangerous life to be in sometimes, and unfortunately that's what happened with her. So um in order to prepare for that role, I really had to get into the mindset of what someone who's gone through a lot and someone who's doing this as a means of survival. I really wanted to get into her headspace and where she would be at. So it did take, like, drawing on certain experiences in the past because I witnessed this firsthand. So it took me drawing on that and also trying to be respectful of workers to not make a caricature of them. So I was very careful with building her personality, but also building the personality of who she really was. So, like, beneath the surface, beneath the mask, And I really hope that I did that justice. I tried to show, like, the 2 distinctions of who Splendid is, but also who she truly is at heart.
Beautiful. All right, so before we continue, we have a PopWire question left for you from the last person we interviewed, Jason Fernandez from Tubi's Sidelined, the QB and Me. So let's take a look at that now.
Good. Hi, my name is Jason Fernandez from Tubi, Tubi Sideline QB and me. And my question is, if you could have dinner with any three people in human mankind history, who would it be?
Hmm. Thank you so much for the question, Jason. You're amazing, and congrats. Um, if I could have dinner with any 3 people in history, who would it be? Okay, I think the first person would be, I know it's gonna be a bit cliche, but Jesus. I just wanna do you know what I mean? I just wanna hear what he has to say. I truly do. I think that he, talked to all the people that normal people, normies wouldn't really talk to. Do you know what I mean? Like, he was so, like, "Here, come give me a hug." Do you know what I mean? I just wanna see what he has to say. Um I think the next person would be maybe Martin Luther King. I feel like why not? Like, I think he paved the way for so many, people of different nationalities and different backgrounds. Like, he didn't only just fight for people that look like me. He didn't only just fight for African Americans or Black people. Like, he essentially fought for all. Like, if it wasn't for him and people like him, um, like with the Black Panther Party and all of that, if it wasn't for them, like, I wouldn't be able to be here. Like, do you know what I mean? So I think that that would be a great one to have dinner with. And the last person, part of me wants to say Beyonce because why not?
I was waiting for you to say that. I was like, that should have been your number one, girl.
You know, Jesus, like, like, how does she do it? Do you know what I mean? I just want to know. Like, like she's so like great. I just want to pick her brain. I just want to see. I just want to know. Do you know?
Mm,
So yeah, I think those would be the three. So Jesus, Martin Luther King, and Beyonce. Why not?
okay, great three. I love it. I love it.
Woo-hoo.
All right, so back to a basketball game. DB Woodside is such a great actor, and you got to work a lot with him in the movie. I
Mhm.
loved your chemistry. What was it like working with him?
Honestly, it was a dream. Like, it was definitely a full circle moment because I didn't realize, like, when I had first met him, I didn't realize that I actually watched him growing up. So, like, right? So he was on 24, he was in The Temptations, he's done so many amazing projects. And, like, recently, I don't really watch much TV. So I kind of like didn't remember until I looked him up and I was like, and I remember walking in on set and I was like, "You were in The Temptations with hair." Oh my god. He was honestly amazing to work with. He was so fun. We joked around a lot. When we needed to be serious, we were. He gave me so many pieces of advice. He was kind of like a dad. Do you know what I mean? Like
Mm,
he was so warm and welcoming, and they say, like, never meet your heroes, but he is someone that I think people would wanna meet. He is so nice, and he's definitely great to work with. He's so professional, like, it was amazing being able to work with a veteran actor like that.
oh, I love to hear that. He's so sweet. Oh, that's good. I like it. I like it. All right. And then, with this film and the recent Oscar winning movie Honora, the sex worker industry has been getting a lot of visibility. What are your thoughts on representation in film in that regard?
I think it's really important. I think we need to humanize sex workers. I think that there's a stigma against them. I think that a lot of people think that they're doing this just for fun. Like a lot of the times, this does stem from a lot of trauma that goes on in early life. A lot of times, people do this out of survival. People do this because they don't see another way. And I think it's something that needs to be talked about. There's the side where it's like, I need to survive. This is what I need to do to get by. But and then there's another side where it's like, I'm being forced to do this. I don't want to do this. And I think this movie touches on both of those aspects, like the need to survive and also the kind of like the side where it's like you're being forced. And I think that we need to talk about it. And I think that we need to help women and men, because men can be in this too. I don't think it's talked about enough, like how often this happens to men. But I think that we need to talk about why this is happening and how do we help people in these scenarios so they don't feel like they need to turn to this to survive. Do you know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
really
Yeah,
gut wrenching to hear some of their stories.
yeah. What would you say to encourage viewers to tune into the movie?
I think that they should wanna watch the movie, one, because we have an amazing cast, like, I keep saying this, we have such powerhouses, like DB Woodside, Claire Cute, like, LA Sweeney, like, Megs is great, Dutch is amazing, like, Ramon is amazing, like, everyone on this cast did such an incredible job, so I think that people should be expected to be moved by this project, to kind of be, like, glued to their seat. I know they're gonna wanna know what's happening next, like, I know they're gonna be eating their popcorn, crying with it, using it as tears, like, I really hope that, they tune in and they watch and they come along the roller coaster ride with us and finish and tell us what they think at the end.
Beautiful. You mentioned Megs. I love her. She's
She
so
is
hilarious. It's
right?
so weird seeing her in this kind of role. Okay, so everyone, you can watch Moni Ogunsuyi on Taken at a Basketball Game, which airs Saturday, March 15th at 8, 7 Central on Lifetime and available to stream the next day. Thank you so much, Moni, for your time. It
So
was a pleasure
much.
meeting you. You did a great job in this movie, and I hope to see more from you in the future.
You're so sweet. Thank you so much. It's been a
Uh,
pleasure.
all right, take care. Bye.
Bye.